All right, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome to the Cosmic Couch. This is our first video, and we're back. We used to be with the Delta Lima Hotel, and now we've migrated to this channel. So this is the first time around. And my name is Dad, and welcome to the Cosmic Couch. Here we go. We're looking at Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, which I was kind of, pumped about when I saw it come out this summer. I didn't, I video gamed a little bit there during the summer just because I'm a gamer and I'm always gaming something. But I gotta say, even though summertime is a little bit of a slow season, this game came out and I was like, oh, what is this? And I went away on vacation. I think I was either going to the lake or I went to the beach in Maine, but I knew that this game was going to be there when I was coming back, so that made it coming home less sad or something. I don't know. So I was, I was kind of excited to play this game. So I played this game this summer and love this type of thing. This is my, type of experience. There's no gun. There's not a single gun in this game. You don't shoot anything. It's a story. You move it forward. It's interactive. You get to walk around in the world. It's kind of like watching a movie that you get to just walk around all the sets and take your time moving from scene to scene. But it is a story-driven game. So it's like, I would say, if you were thinking about checking out this game, it's a movie with quick time events, and you get to explore at your own leisure. Having said that, this is a great game. I enjoyed this experience a lot. I grew up playing point-and-click games, and it's so cool to see that that genre is still alive, and we see it with a real big name like Alfred Hitchcock. So the studio that made this, and excuse me, I don't remember the name, but they made this game, and they, hold on, let me just load up maybe one of the scenes here. I'm going to load game and just go to a part. Look at this. This is exactly like in the movie this happens. Although this game is very different from the movie, I got to say. Let's just go to a scene where I have freedom to walk around the house. A lot of this experience is just you in you're kind of, you're not bedridden, but you're almost like you're under house arrest. So a lot of this game takes place with this guy who is going through some kind of, issue in his life. And no, not here. Let's go back a little further, maybe. No, not here. It's the story of a guy, a writer, who's having writer's block. I don't know. I just want to showcase the house. Here, how about this? Ed tries to write. And, you're an author. You wrote a really successful book in your mid-20s, and now you have writer's block, and you're stuck in your house, and you can't move forward. That's the premise of this game. Very different from the movie. I did not rewatch the movie. I think I watched it a couple of times when I was like at home, when I was a kid, and this would play on daytime TV, all the Alfred Hitchcock movies. But I
just sat down to work. I'd had writer's block for years.
Right.
But I remembered something I'd made up in an interview.
Okay, so I have to go through this process here. So this is the character you play.
Talk about how to revive your creativity.
Can I skip this? Continue. Look at this. Look at this menu. Great stuff.
Miller, author of Face to the Ground, our book recommendation of the month.
Okay, so you're a writer. You're having writer's block.
Welcome and congratulations.
And you're trying to break it.
Thank you. Though I wasn't too sure you took bribes. Pretty good caviar, right?
Just to be clear, you're joking here. Remember, you're on public radio.
Even better, no one's listening.
All right. So, Ed, have you ever experienced blank page syndrome? constantly. And, how do you deal
All right,
with
this
it?
part's kind of long. Excuse
I
me.
do a kind of, I don't know, warm-up? If the mind doesn't want to start, then we have to ask the body to. So I let my eyes search for a starting point.
Okay. So I'm just going to do this part real quick here. We'll do the birds. No, we'll do the birds.
When my eyes find the word, then it's my fingers' turn.
So the original Psycho is not about an author. It's nothing like this.
I let them write whatever they want after that word. The trick is not to think. Let them be free.
Right. So the beginning of the game is when its writer's block is starting to loosen up. Okay, I don't know, depression. And I want to talk more about this game. I just want to get through this little point here. Empty. Okay. You really don't do much of this, and this only happens once or twice in the game, so it's not a book about writing a story. It's not a game about writing a story. Yeah, okay. Any of you checklist? There's a cat. Love this cat. Okay. I might skip this part out somehow. I might re-edit this video and take this part out. This is a bit long. Okay, now the block sets back in and he can't write anymore. The cat has interrupted his vibe.
Really?
Okay. So here we go. This is the game. This is really most of the game. Is you're this guy and you have this moment in your life, this episode where things happen that bring the past back and you remember your past and you go through the motions of it. And you can, really take your time and appreciate the architecture that they built for this story. So this really cool house. You go back in the past. This is your childhood home. So in the past, this is a much more run-down home. But now that you're a successful writer, it's a very, very bougie kind of house with a, look at this leather chair and look at this beautiful view here, right? So that this is the house in like the modern times. And you live here by yourself. You're a guy, you're a writer in your mid-30s, I would say, early mid-30s, who's having a total nervous breakdown. And unfortunately, in this breakdown, somebody comes into his life and makes things even worse. So completely different from the movie, right? I didn't rewatch the whole movie there. I do not have the patience to rewatch Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo.
I'm coming.
It's one of these 3-hour movies that I just can't do. With Jimmy Stewart, I think is the actor. He was 50 years old. It's a 50-year-old man. In the original movie, he's a cop who has an episode, and the story is completely different. This video game, what they did with Vertigo, they took the title Vertigo, and they took that signature song, the soundtrack, which you're hearing right now. This is all the same soundtrack as the movie. It's got the same themes of the movie. So the Vertigo is a movie about a spiral, right? I mean, check it out here. No. Here. Right, you see the spiral in the menu, right? That spiral is a huge theme in the real movie Vertigo. It's supposed to be one of these genius movies that has these themes, downward spiral, kind of deteriorating into a downward spiral kind of thing with the past coming back. And this video game does that too with a completely different story. which I guess I don't want to spoil for anybody who's watching this and is interested in this game. I totally recommend it. I really enjoyed it. It's like watching a movie, though, where you can move things around and you can take your time. So there are kind of puzzles in this game and so on, but no, it's just point and click. Look at the chair here. I can look at it, and then divan, which is the French word for couch. And you point and click. And that's the beauty of the game, right? So you live in this gigantic house. If we just go down the stairs, for instance, there's my cat. I guess there are spoilers in this game, and I don't want to wreck them. But the game it flashes back and forth through time, just like the movie does, and the past comes back. See, I just did a quick time there. Now, if this person comes into your life, I don't think I'm spoiling it that much.
I'm coming, Samuel.
Please, open the door.
Okay, let's fill the bowl because the cat totally deserves it. And the person at the door can wait. Right, now, so this is the person that comes into your life.
Hi.
And the story revolves around the events that happen from this moment on. But it flashes back a lot.
It hurts.
So, I'm going to stop it here. We're going to go to the main menu. And that's it. This is Vertigo. I mean, if you can accept the category that this game is in, I totally 100% recommend this game. If you're in for a story, a movie that's driven by these quick time events and moving around, you want to take your time and look. This is a PS5 game, by the way, so there's ray tracing, I think. Or I don't know if there's ray tracing, but the graphics are pretty good. They're kind of cel-shaded. I've seen pre-games. I mean, I'm playing God of War Ragnarok, and that game is insanely beautiful, you know, and there's a lot of maybe better quality graphic games on PS5 right now. But I think this type of thing is a nice break from the Call of Duty, Gran Turismo, you know, style of game that we've been playing. I've been playing since the 90s. Wow. This is point and click, and this has also been around since the 90s, but it feels like we haven't seen this type of game in a long time. We've kind of put away. Telltale Games have been doing point and click games, and I guess I largely avoided them, but this, somehow it spoke to me. You know, it's about a guy, you know, who's kind of trying to understand the world around him and himself. It's great. It's a good story. It has a real nice ending. You can tell that they planned it out. That bridge is very important. This bridge that you see right here is part of the story. The music is really good. The voice acting, I saw a couple of websites complain about the voice acting. This is a Spanish studio in Europe, so I assume that the original version is in Spanish and that we're getting it translated into English version. So, of course, the dubbing and the syncing is not 100% because it's not in its original version. But it's still good. I mean, people complain about all kinds of stuff that's, they call this a moment that takes you out of the immersion, right? Give me a break, man. Okay, you know, I mean, nothing's perfect. This is a pretty good game. I give this game an 8.5 out of 10. You know, I enjoyed it. It's good. Almost a 9 out of 10 just because it's an original story. They wrote a whole different story. They took the really cool elements from Vertigo, the movie, and they made this product instead. So it's pretty cool. Go ahead and check it out and give me some feedback. Tell me what your experience was like. And yeah, give me your judgment on the story and everything on the whole. Okay, that's it. That was the Cosmic Couch's first video. Sometimes we're going to have Hannah with us, and she's going to we're going to play some games together. But I guess a lot of the times it'll be just me. The setup here with the couch and the green screen behind, it's all new. I'm just testing this out. You know, check if the microphone is okay. I'm using the PS5 remote as a microphone. I don't know how good that is, but we're going to find out with the sound. It's pretty good, though, really. You know, you have to keep things simple. And if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. And we shall be uploading another one very soon. Very good to be back, everybody. All right, broadcast, stop.